Hello and welcome back. Okay, climbing hydrangea. It's a root over rock. You can see there a few weeds in here we need to get rid of. But you can see it's well locked onto this rock now. So we're going to give it a bit of a pruning back, a bit of a weeding and clean up at the base, and get it prepared for winter. So, bring the camera in a bit closer now. Okay, so let's start at this branch down here. So we've got a fair few branches going back on themselves. Like here, start with this one. Going out, then it's splitting into two, so we don't want this one coming back here, so we'll get rid of that one, leaving just this one. Here we've got this one coming out, and we've got this one above it, so one of them has to go. I'm just thinking which one. Thinking this one that's coming forward. We'll take this one off. There. Again, both on either side, so we'll take the back one off. So we've got this one coming forward. Prune back some of these stubs now. Now here we've got a set of buds back here, with another set here, with another set here, and then with the end bud. We want to go with these two back here. So I'm going to go just in front of these two, but it'll be the ones behind it that we'll be keeping. We'll take these ones off at a late stage. We've got a dead branch here we'll get rid of. The one down here we can get rid of some of that. Okay, so here we've got a big strong branch growing right in on top of the tree, so we definitely don't want that one. Get that one out. Here we've got kind of a lot going on. I think I'm going to take off this whole branch here first of all. The only one that's growing on it is growing back in, so we'll get rid of that. Let's just take off there for now, so we can have a look what's going on. A very flaky bark, this guy. Now you might be sacrificing flowers, pruning it now, sacrificing next year's flowers, but I don't really mind. I don't think I'm going to bother letting it flower this year, or next year. I did let it flower this year. It had a few white flowers on it, but we're still working on growing it. I think here we need to do something. I think I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take this branch off here. We'll go with this one. I'm actually wondering, I think it's got quite a big bad lump here. I think I might take this branch off completely, let this one grow. It's got a side bud here which will grow out this direction anyway, so I think we can get rid of this whole branch. Get rid of that there, leave a little bit of dye back, and we'll let this one grow out. Okay, so we've got this guy coming up. Again, this one's kind of growing back in towards the trunk. Now we could get it to grow down and then pick one to grow across this way if we wanted to grow back across the trunk. I'm just wondering, do we? Or should we take this one off completely as well, so it doesn't hide the trunk? I think we might. I'm going to take that one all off as well. I've got one at the back here as well, growing in, back in. So I'm going to take this one right off as well. Right to there. So that will stop the trunk getting hidden. Oh, this freaky bark on it. Okay, so I think that's more or less the bottom branch done. We've got one at the bud under here. We'll get rid of that one. We'll leave that one. One up here. Probably don't need it. So we're going to take that off as well, I think. Okay, so that branch is more or less pruned up. I'm not sure if you need to put stuff on these, but I will, just for the sake of it. Okay, let's do this back branch now. Clean off all these leaves. Stop any insects hiding in them. Okay, so let's turn this around a bit. So straight away we've got this up and down, and we've got the side to side. So we'll go back to the side to side ones. Again, this one we've got the side to side ones. We do have one back here as well, but we'll leave them grow, and we can always prune it back then to that one. Now here we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming off that one, so we need to decide what we don't want. We don't want no one coming in. Take off the end. Do we want one going up? Going another branch up here? Possibly. We don't want this one back here. There's one under here, which might be a better branch. Let's see. I'll take this one off, because it's kind of following this one. So we'll leave that one, we'll leave that one, and we'll leave this little one, and then again next year we can make a decision on that. We have this one here, and we have the two on the end, but like I said, I don't know how far back I want to grow this branch, so we can always bring it back to here later on, to this one. We'll see how that looks. A lot of the time it's best to leave it until it's in the leaf. Okay, so we're going to this one here. Okay, we've got two horizontal ones, so we'll go back to them. We've got these two here. We don't want them ones up there. Do we want another branch up there? Again, don't know. I'm going to leave that one. This guy, we've only got vertical ones and the end bud, so we'll take off the end bud, see what happens. We can always, like I said, let it grow, and then it'll have horizontal ones, and then we can cut it back to the horizontal one. Okay, so that's that one done. So let's move on to this. Well, first of all, I've got this long branch here. Definitely won't want that, so let's take that one right back out of the way a minute to there, so I can see what's happening. Okay, got this long bit, we can get rid of that. We've got two here, and we've got one facing out. Clean off the old stub. We've got one going that way, we have one going down, which I don't think we want, and I don't think we want this one growing up, but there is a side bud here coming forward. So what I'll do is I'm just going to take off the top, and we'll see. That might turn out to be a better branch of this one. We can take that one off then. It's getting some nice movement in it. Okay, so moving it back along. Got one growing under here, we can get rid of that. We have this one coming forward. Just trying to see. Yeah, that one's kind of... I've got to decide whether I want this one or this one. These two. I think we want these ones. I think this one here is the main one we want to keep. Not too sure about these, but I think this one definitely not. We don't want this coming straight forward. So, if we can get in there. Get rid of him. One going back on itself here, we'll get rid of that bud. Now, So I'm looking at the front here. So this one we want to grow out here, so we'll get rid of that. And I'm just going to take the front off that one. Again, we might take this whole branch off and this one grow out here. But again, we'll leave it for now. This guy, just take the end bud off. It seems to only have one bud down there. Let's bring this back a bit. This one's got two, but we don't want the one facing in. And it's got one here facing out as well, so we'll leave that one. And eventually we'll probably pick one or the other of them two. Okay, we'll go up this branch here. Definitely don't want this one. I'm just kind of doing a weird looking thing. So we've got one there, and we have two here. Do we want that one straight up? Probably not. I think we want these two more. So we'll get rid of that off there. This guy, just take off the end bud, leaving this one. Okay, so that's that branch cleaned up. Okay, so we'll just come in here now to this little branch here. Well, this one was doubled back in underneath, so we'll get rid of that one. This one here, it's got a downward bud, which is going to interfere with this, so we've got a bud here, so I'm going to go back to that one. So I'll just trim it here, let that one come out. Look at that. This bud is probably okay for now. Make a mind up with that when it's in the leaf. And going out that branch, swing it around to this side so we can see a bit better. So we're looking at this branch here. Again, we can just clean up that stub a bit. Splits into two there, so that's okay, but we don't want that one going back in. This one, it's a bit long, this one. But we kind of need it out here. So what I will do is just take off that end bud, and then we'll see what happens with these. Again, we probably won't want the one. Well, we'll wait. Might grow it and then grow it out off the other buds. This one doesn't seem to have any buds yet, so we'll leave that one. Okay, so that's that branch more or less done. I'll take that one back a bit further. That's that branch done for now. So let's have a look at this one here. Let's have a look at this one. Again, this one's kind of tying itself in knots. Again, it's getting nice movement. Got this long one here wrapped in underneath this one. Let's see about that. Don't know if we want this one at all. It's a nice branch and everything, but it just goes straight here then all the way out to the end. Just kind of not too sure if these will. There is a tiny bud back here. I'm going to take it back and see what happens if it dies off. Dies off. There's a tiny bud there. Don't know if it'll push out or not. This one, we do kind of need a little bit of length here, so I'm going to leave this one. And I'm going to leave these two as well, because if this one comes out, this one doesn't make it, this one will come out and fill out above this one. We can chop that off, or we might chop all this off and bring this one out. So we'll leave the two of them for now. Get rid of that one going down, that one growing up towards the tree we'll get rid of. Now decisions on over here. So dead stub underneath there we can get rid of. So we've got, at the moment we've got three basically coming from the one spot. So we've got this one, and this one. So we need to make a decision with that, and I think we're going to keep it more horizontal. So I'm going to keep this one here, this little one. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, that one there, and get rid of this one off the top like that. So now it splits into two. Like I said, we may end up just keeping them. I think I'm going to go back to them now. Let the two of them push out. Dead branch here we can get rid of. So the only branch so far is this one. It's got, like I said, tiny bud there, but I'm not too sure if it's going to go or not, but we do have this one to replace it if it doesn't. Okay, so moving out to this branch. Do have a bud right back here, so we'll go back to that one anyway, at least. And I think it's where you got to kind of think ahead. Do I want this one, which will grow down, and then it will send out two horizontal ones, which I can grow one this way to keep growing this out a bit more. Or the top one, do the same. We do have this one behind it, so I think we're going to take off the top one and I'll leave the bottom one for now. It may end up coming off as well, but right now we'll just leave it. Okay, so this guy again shoots right out. It's very straight, no movement in it, but there is a bud right back there. You can just see it there. So I'm going to go back to that. Let that send it shoot out that way. Okay, this guy. We've got two buds back here, so I'm going to take off this one because it's directly above this branch here. So we do have this one, and then we've got these two out here. But we don't seem to have anything else. It's kind of at the back, so that's the front, so it's this one right back here. So I think we can get rid of it. We do have this bud, so we can get rid of that. Back to here, and again we've got these all back here. So this one may end up going completely. Now I've got two at the end, and then I have two the opposite. Yeah, two opposites, one coming down here, one going up. So now I need to decide, do I want the one coming up or the one going down as a back branch? And to be honest with you, I think I need them both, which means we need to get rid of the two. I think they're in better positions, this one to grow into here and this one to grow down as a back branch. So it would be kind of back here. It's growing down in this kind of angle, so it'll fill in back here. So I think that is better than the two that I have here out in the end. So I'm going to take off them two and we'll go back to them two. Okay, moving, we're getting moving now. We've done this. Now we've got this branch. Did I do this branch? I think I did. I think that one could come back. Okay, so this branch next. We got this one growing up, so get rid of that one. Out at the end here, I think we can take off that top one. We'll leave the bottom one and that side one. Get rid of that stub off this side. These dead leaves. These guys are growing up, we'll get rid of that back to here, and then we're going to go back to, and we'll go back to here, let these grow, and again when they divide we will take one coming out this way. So we'll have to keep the up and down for now. Otherwise, we just have to leave too much of a length Okay, so we're going up to towards the apex now. So this guy, we've got a couple of buds up here, so let's cut that back to there. I'm going to go back to that bud further back. We've got one below and that one, not too sure which of them I'll keep, so we'll leave them both for now. Got that end stub. And then up here, I'm just going to prune that one back to these two buds, and this one to them two buds. So that's that done. Okay, moving up into the top now. So we got this branch coming straight towards us. There's a lot of buds on it. I'm going to bring it back to these two. So there's two here and two here. We may leave one there and one here when they grow. Again, we'll let them grow first. I'm not too sure, are you best to take all this flaky bark off for the winter or leave it on? Does it protect the tree more in the winter with it all on? Or is it just somewhere where bugs can hide? I'm not too sure, but we'll leave it for now. Maybe I'll have a bit of research and see. Okay. What are we looking at now? We got one here going straight down, so we can get rid of him. Here we've got one coming forward, which is okay. That one, this one can go back to these two. This one is okay. This guy. I think I might get rid of that one altogether. Right there, it's kind of grown back in on itself. Up to the apex here. This is where we'll be kind of leaving more than we need. I think we have two, definitely don't want that one. So I'm going to leave them, but this one growing down, get rid of him. That dead stub in the middle there, back a bit. Now this guy, he's really pushing out quite a lot back there. Let's turn around and have a look. Dead branch in here, get rid of. So this guy here, again here we've got some dead ones. Let's prune them off. Get rid of that one that's going crossing over. Let's try to get rid of that stub. It's all not too bad there. I think this one's getting a bit too far out. I'm going to take that one back a bit. We have this one here, which can fill out in here. This guy as well, the same. He's getting very long out the back. I think we're going to have to take him right back. We may even replace all of this branch with one of these eventually. We do have a bit this one here, which is kind of crossing that one behind, so I'm going to take that one off. And the rest of it, I think, we'll leave. We'll leave it now, and then on the spring, when it's hardened off, we'll go in and we may defoliate it and do another bit of branch selection. But it's coming along, it's starting to get some nice branching, nice shape. All that's left now is to give it a bit of a weeding, a bit of a clean up. So I'll do that and then we'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, so it's all finished up, cleaned up now. Give it a bit of a weeding. Just put a thin layer of new soil on the top, just fine soil, just to clean it up a bit. Okay, so I'll just give you a little look at it, a 360 of it, so you can see it from all angles. You can tell this is the back. There's not a lot of growth back on this here side. You see it there now. Back around to the front. So yeah, I probably won't let it flower this year or next year. I keep saying this year. I already let it flower this year a little bit. I had a few flowers, but I'm not that bothered about the flowers, to be honest. So we'll leave it at that. I'll put back on the bench, and that's another one done, ready for winter. Oh, I will, before I put it back on the bench, I'll just touch these with a bit of sealant, just for the sake of it. Just go around the whole tree, just touch them all, and then I'll put it back out. So yeah, so we'll leave it at that. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.